Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome back to Aurora Zoo. And we got a fair amount to look at today, including the new orangutan habitat here. We are, of course, still in the primates area. We showed you all of this last time, but we got quite a bit new in this section. We have the last monorail station. And it actually means that the monorail is now connected and being used. So guests are actually lining up, getting on it. So we can go see. We got guests on it. We got guests on the monorail finally. It only took almost a year, but if you remember this monorail building here, I actually just copied it and used it over here because I figured, you know, it works and I really like the design of it. I also kind of did the same thing and put it like kind of on the edge of like a little rock cliff here, and I just think it looks super cool, like just staring up at it. It kind of just towers over the area, especially like, you know, you like kind of come around this area and like you just see it like sitting on top there. I don't know, I just think that's super cool. Another small thing we did here are these little like domes that have some tropical plants in them, and golden orangutan statue, because why not? But you know, it's like being in the Arctic biome, we can't have tropical plants like this outside. Everything we do as far as like tropical plants or any other biome plants, they all have to be indoors. They're all usually just in the habitats. But I was like, okay, this is kind of a fun way to bring some tropical plants outside. And yeah, we have two of those. We have one there, and then if we head up here, so we've got the path that comes around here, and then some steps that go up here. We also decided to use the dark asphalt in this area because we haven't used it in the zoo so far, and it looks pretty cool. I like the like black against the snow. And then also we've been using the this brick path for kind of more like little plaza areas. So we have that like here and over here in front of the proboscis monkeys, and under well, this whole area in front of the aquarium. Couldn't think of the word. Yeah, so it comes up here. So that's the orangutan habit. There's the other little dome. We also have a new staff area back here because we needed the aquarium to have some staff, and it was just too far away over here to have the staff walk all the way over there. So that's also kind of why we put the orangutan habitat here. So these guys could do not only the aquarium but also a habitat and everything. They also manage like the aquarium and I think the defroster there, but it's just a simple. Also reuse this building. Speaking of which, both that staff building and this monorail are both on my Steam Workshop, so if you like them, you can use them in your own zoo if you'd like. But yeah, so staff comes down here, and then we've got like a nice little nature trail back here that kind of comes around, and that's how they get over here to the aquarium. So it's pretty cool. And then yeah, if we go into the orangutan habitat, so it's got a nice little sign there with some more statues on the outside, which I really like. We also went with like kind of an orange and teal color scheme on the interior, or at least like the guest spot here, so the guests can come up, little elevated area. Here we've got the orange and the teal going around. We've got some of the vending machines, which we didn't use a ton in the like front half of the zoo, and so I've tried to kind of pretty much since Bear Claw Canyon, I've been trying to use them more. So yeah, this is the orangutan habitat, and I really love the way it looks. I love the vaulted ceiling and like the rafters going across it and everything. I think that's super cool. I also love the windows. We've got the same window on each side there. And as I've shown in some of the other videos, we have billboards, so it makes it look like there's just a lot of depth to the habitat, and just kind of makes it feel more like you're in a tropical jungle. The only disappointing thing is like the orangutans require like a pretty good amount of climbing area, but they don't really climb that much. I built this like really cool like little custom area here with like the rocks, all of that, and the ropes going across and the beams and all that, and they don't really use it that much. I did put this in here, which is one of the pre-made ones, and they actually just hang out on this more than like all of these. So I don't know. They have that climbing requirement, but like I said, they just don't really use it that much. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but you know, it is what it is, I suppose. And then if we look at it at nighttime, we do have some like spotlights kind of hanging from the ceiling that shine down on some of the climbing areas here. So when you're a guest, you know, you're down here. It was pretty dark otherwise. You can kind of see over there, it's kind of dark. But with the spotlights, it definitely looks a lot better. I think it looks really cool with the billboards too. Like it just feels like a nighttime jungle back there. I don't know. I just think it's really, really cool. And then we've got the education board hanging down with the ropes. Thought that was kind of fun. Yeah, so this is the orangutan habitat. We do have, if you want to see some of these other areas at nighttime, everything's all lit up. We do have a light under these domes. You can't really tell too much. It's kind of like a teal colored light. Thought it'd look fun as like a tropical. You can actually see it better on the gold statue. The gold statue looks like a teal color, almost like an emerald color. That's actually kind of cool. It's actually the first time I've really noticed that. But if we zoom out, you can see all the lights, and it looks super cool at nighttime. God, this game looks so good at nighttime. Is the Aurora Borealis out? Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh man, that's so cool. It moves across the sky. That should be like a animated screensaver. I would totally use that on my computer as an animated screensaver. And then if we go back to daytime, we do have some other details that aren't really like necessary, but we did them anyway. The river is complete. We did like both shorelines with the rocks and all that stuff. The monorail track we showed you last time, we made like custom supports, which I think looks super cool. It reminds me of like, I don't know if you know, like the old like a train trellis, those like just really high up train bridges. I also like a small little detail, but I put some of the ice around the supports in the water here, because I figured the water is going to move a lot slower trying to get in between the supports, so it probably just ends up freezing altogether. I don't know. I just think that's a kind of a neat little touch there. And then going back, this area that's never ever going to be visitable to guests. But we did add details around here. It's just like a little kind of lake back here, which I really like. We also added this like little fishing shack. So we've got like a little dock here. It looks kind of like falling apart a little bit. And then, yeah, just added this little fishing shack. We got the boat there. We've got some firewood all ready to go. Even got like a little path back here. So, you know, somebody probably comes back here and does some fishing, maybe some ice fishing or just regular fishing in the summertime. But yeah, I think this is also like a super like really serene picture, especially with like the mountain kind of just peeking up there, and like the reflections in the water. It's just so good. I love it. It's beautiful. But yeah, there you go. There's the update for this video. We are so close to finishing this zoo. Probably, I would say 1 to 2 more videos, and then we'll do, like, if you remember in Wildlife World, we did the like walkthrough tour, a big like hour-long video just walking through the whole zoo. So we'll do one of those for Aurora Zoo as well. And then if you don't follow us on Twitch, I do stream Planet Zoo all the time. It's where we do the majority of our building. The link to that is always in the description below. We would love to have you come hang out. We've already decided the next zoo. I can't remember if I've mentioned it in previous videos, but it's going to be a desert zoo. It's going to kind of be like a sort of like oasis in the desert, where it's going to be very, very tropical, like right in the middle of this desert. It's going to be really cool. We do need some names for that. So if you have any name suggestions for our next zoo, please leave them in the comments down below, because I would love to hear them. I always take your guys' comments, especially when we're building live. It's definitely, this is our zoo, it's not my zoo. And the next one's going to be just the same. So hopefully you're excited about that, and you'll be joining us on the journey as we build a new zoo, which oddly enough will only be my 3rd zoo since this game came out, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So as always, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.